Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This silk press has gone viral across social media on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and now YouTube Shorts. A lot of you have asked me to make a video that goes more into depth about the process, so let's get into it. The results you're seeing here are after unwrapping my hair a day later, and these are the results after the same day. Here's the side-by-side of the results versus my starting texture. Getting into the products, you can take a screenshot of this screen, but I'll list everything I use in the caption. Most importantly, I'm using BioSilk products. Otherwise, a standard deep conditioner and leave-in that works for your hair is just fine. I also use medicated sulfur 8 for my scalp dryness, but I'm using the Revlon blow dry brush, a standard beauty supply hot comb, and my FHI Heat Flatiron. I'm working on a 3-week-old silk press, so I partially reverted it and put it into sections. I noticed my hair and scalp were really dry, so I decided to do a mask of bentonite clay and apple cider vinegar to bring my scalp back to pH and help with the dryness, as well as bring my texture back to life. This is what we're looking like after the mask. We're looking a lot more moisturized and my curls are better defined. My hair is already in sections and I'm using the Shea Moisture Blow Dry Cream as my heat protectant and leave-in prep for the blow dry brush. I like blow dry cream over heat protectant spray because it makes detangling easier for the thickness of my hair. I'm just rubbing a small amount into each section. I add a little water if my hair is too dry because my objective is to have enough slip so I'm not breaking the hair as I detangle. I'm gently starting at my ends and just working my way up as I stretch the roots downward to avoid any mid-shaft tangling, leading to that unnecessary snapping and breaking of the hair. If it's too difficult to blow dry a section, I just split it in half and work on a smaller section. If you're wondering about my shower cap, I just have it on to trap in that moisture in the side I haven't worked on yet. Hair when wet is a lot more elastic and weak, so being gentle is a priority for me and it really goes a long way. This is how much hair came out of that one section, which is pretty good for me not having detangled my hair beginning out when I reverted my 3-week-old silk press, the ACV clay mask up until the wash and deep condition. Using the blow dry brush was the first point of me detangling my hair. This amount of shedding tells me that I made the proper treatment choice to reinforce my hair and prepare it for the silk press I'm about to do. A great blow dry is the foundation of a great silk press, and you'll spend way less time using the other heat tools because the hair will already have that stretch. So we're approaching the end of blowing out my hair. Next, we're going to get into what makes this a silk press, which is the use of the hot comb. I like to just run my fingers through my hair to see if there are any weak strands shedding, and we've got nothing, so I'm very glad about that. This is all that came out during blow drying. I'm parting my hair in 4 sections. I like to work in 4 because it makes the mass of the hair way less intimidating. Tackling the whole head in one big section just seems impossible sometimes, so I don't try to make this perfect. I just make sure that it feels like an even distribution of hair in each quarter. My hot comb is at 500 degrees. I'm spraying over my hair with BioSilk Thermal Protectant Mist, and then I'm going in with my BioSilk Serum. A little of this goes a long way. I'm distributing this serum throughout the section, working it into my ends and back up into the roots. Silk protein actually contains 17 out of 19 amino acids found in hair that make it shine, tame frizz, and prevent split ends, and that's why I use it for my silk presses. I'm using the hottest setting on my hot comb to snatch my roots and my edges all around my head. I'm doing this all in the same 4 sections. It really does make the time go by way faster. The sections that I'm taking are about 1/2 inch each. They're just small enough so that I can get my roots as flat as possible. I actually work the hot comb down my hair shafts as well. I started doing this a while back when my hair texture was a lot thicker and denser, when my ends were really coily. So at this point, it's just a force of habit, but I will say my roots are always crunchy like a hot Cheeto. So I really have to get in all my roots. The blow dryer only does so much for me, no matter how close I get. I'm just checking myself out, seeing how my edges are looking, and then I'm reapplying silk, which doubles as a barrier to create smooth hair and shine. I'm doing the same prep as with the hot comb, but now I'm taking 1 inch of a section to flat iron. At some points, you guys are going to see my small tooth comb chasing the flat iron, and at others, my flat iron will be chasing the comb. I find that either works as long as the ends are free of tangles. In this back area, my flat iron is going to be set at 430 degrees. As I get towards the front, I lower the temperature because my texture in the front of my head is a lot looser than the texture in the back. I'm not doing many passes or trying to get my hair bone straight at this point. I'm also gliding down fairly quickly because of the temperature my flat iron is set at. Reason being is I'm actually just preparing for the next step, which is a trim and layers. While I was blow drying, I did notice areas that needed to go, especially in the front and the nape of the neck areas, and I don't hold on to damage at all. Health over length is my top priority and should be yours. As I get through the side that I'm doing on camera, I wanted to tell you why I really started straightening my hair. I really can't lie to you, although I was learning how to do my natural hair and finding products that worked well for me, it still took so long to detangle because of my shrinkage, my thickness, my coarseness, and density combined. I used to wake up with my hair mashed and shrunken every day, you guys. So it was really time consuming to style every single day, opposed to loosening up my texture some by using heat, which now makes even my natural styles easier to create. So this is how we're looking fresh out the flat iron, seemingly healthy, but when looking at it with some precision, there is some damage trying to creep up the shaft. I zoomed in so you guys can see a little closer what I'm talking about. Again, we're going to part the hair in 4. I have layers and this is the best method at home that I found to keep them. If you guys want an in-depth haircut at home video, let me know. But for the most part, I'm showing a surface level example of what I cut because I do trim every time I silk press. Sincerely, there's always something to trim. Don't be afraid of that. As I comb my hair down, I'm noticing immediately what I want to trim. Here's a closer up, and I'm just getting rid of what's necessary by pulling the hair to the front of me and matching it up with the line of hair it needs to mimic. I changed into a white shirt for better visibility of what needs to go, and I can see through those ends, so they've got to go before they cause more trouble. This is looking way better already. I know it needs some cleaning up, but first I'm creating my line by doing what I did on the right side to the left. I froze the frame here so you guys can see where I cut about 1 inch off of where I used to have a V cut. This is a reminder that the more you trim, the less you trim. So now we're just cleaning up with some dusting and getting what I like to call juicy in preparation for our flat iron curls up next. As I pull down the hair parted from ear to ear, you can see that there's barely any hair to cut off from there, so I'm just going in and evening it out. Now that I take a second look, that was kind of a lot. I did all the other layers individually off camera, and now I'm recreating my super layered curtain bangs that grew out. I'm gathering all the hair to the front, evening it out, and then I'm going to take the two pieces at the side of the temples, join them, and make them even. The left side was way shorter than the right. Continuing on the story from earlier, as I cut these juicy layered curtain bangs, before I couldn't even touch my scalp with my finger and run it through a curl, y'all, and brushes and combs were breaking in my afro. I also never saw my true length because my hair is just so shrinkage prone, so I finally stopped being scared and just diagnosed my hair type according to what it is uniquely, and I experimented a lot on myself with heat to find what works for my texture. I also wrote an ebook based on my research over the last 5 years being natural that I'll link so you guys can learn how to do the same for your hair texture and density. So we did cut off a fair amount. I do get a little scissor happy, I must admit, but this makes for the juiciest textured layered curls. This is actually the next day because I finished that cut at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was opting for super precision as always. I'm just taking down the wrap and getting ready for my flat iron curls. I'm just checking out this super blunt, sharp, textured cut. This is what I am looking forward to in creating the waves that are the highlight of my silk presses. Per usual, I'm just separating my hair into 4 so that I'm working on a smaller surface area. I got my hairpins and then I'm just prepping my hair with some BioSilk serum. We're now getting into the next step, which is flat iron curls and pin curls. The sections that I'm taking here are much larger than hot comb and flat iron sections. I'd give it about an inch. My flat iron is also sitting at 320 degrees to create these curls. Take the flat iron and twist it in toward your neck, wrap it once and glide it straight down to the end. For the pin curl, follow the same direction with your fingers inward toward the neck and wrap up to the scalp. Once you wriggle your finger out, stick a pin straight through. Now that I'm finished pin curling, I'm going to sit with the pins in my hair for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to take them out. The scarf is not necessary, I was just laying down. Now with the pins out, I'm just giving myself a slight scalp massage. I have a very dry scalp, so I'm using medicated sulfur 8, a very small amount so that I don't over grease my roots and end up with an oily silk press. I'm just giving my hair a good shake, tossing my curls to loosen them up from that tighter Shirley Temple looking curl. Again, I am massaging at my scalp. Now I'm taking the Mael Rosemary and Mint oil. I'm tapping a small amount on my fingertips and rubbing them into my hands. Then I'm going to distribute the oil mostly into the ends of my hair. The remainder, I'm just raking through my hair, raking through my ends, and giving myself an inverted massage. Inverting your head while you massage your scalp, it increases the amount of blood that flows to your scalp, and blood is rich in nutrients that nourish your scalp and hair, which leads to hair growth. Now that my curls are loose and lightly oiled, I'm going to wrap my hair using a wide tooth comb. My hair is really silky and affected by gravity right now, so I'm using a clip to help hold my progress in place. The wrap is actually very important. There needs to be no tangles and the curls need to hug the scalp in the direction that the wrap is going in. Now that every hair is in place, I'm putting on a hairnet. Okay, you guys, we're finally complete. Here's the takedown and reveal. I love how juicy these layers are and how wavy and flowery this silk press comes out. The style is very classy and ladylike. Every time I wear this style, I get the compliment that I look rich. I kid you not. With the amount of layering and texture, it's just a very elegant and artistic style to me. There you guys have it, the long awaited silk press video. I hope that I went into detail enough. Let me know what you guys think about the methods that I used, and if you would use them, go ahead and comment, like the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with my journey with my natural hair. And thank you so much for watching. See you later.